Inflammation is the body's response to a problem. It's a normal, vital reaction that alerts the immune system to a problem, allowing it to fight infection or heal injuries. When you eat something unhealthy and get diarrhea, that's inflammation. When you have influenza and develop a fever, that's inflammation. Is your ankle swollen after you twisted it? That, too, is inflammation. We need a small amount of inflammation. We would die if we didn't have it. Chronic inflammation, on the other hand, is a different issue. Inflammation that lasts for a long time can harm healthy cells and organs. Over time, it can lead to diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, and heart disease. To shift the balance to your favor, in addition to including more natural anti-inflammatory foods in your diet, it is also necessary to avoid or limit foods that are known to cause inflammation. In this video, we'll take a look at 7 foods that set the stage for inflammatory diseases. Keep watching until number 1, because there are a few that may surprise you. If you are ready, let's start with our number 7. Artificial trans fats. Artificial trans fats are among the most unhealthy fats you can eat. They're made by adding hydrogen to liquid unsaturated fats to give them the texture of solid fat. Trans fats are commonly listed as partially hydrogenated oils on ingredient labels. Trans fats are found in most margarines and are often used to extend the shelf life of processed foods. They may affect the function of the endothelial cells that line your arteries, which is a risk factor for heart disease, in addition to reducing HDL, which is good cholesterol. Artificial trans fat consumption is linked to high levels of inflammatory markers, such as CRP. According to a study, CRP levels were 73% higher among women who reported the highest trans fat intake. Foods high in trans fats include fried fast food, packaged cakes and cookies, some varieties of microwave popcorn, some pastries, and all processed foods that list partially hydrogenated vegetable oil on the label. Number 6. Sugar and high fructose corn syrup. The 2 most common types of added sugar in the Western diet are table sugar, aka sucrose, and high fructose corn syrup. In one study, mice fed high sucrose diets developed breast cancer, partly due to the inflammatory response to sugar. Sugar is also dangerous since it contains an excessive amount of fructose. While moderate amounts of fructose in vegetables and fruits are acceptable, consuming high amounts of fructose from added sugars is not a good idea. Obesity, diabetes, fatty liver disease, chronic kidney disease, and cancer have all been related to eating a lot of fructose. Foods high in added sugar include candy, chocolate, cakes, donuts, cookies, soft drinks, sweet pastries, and certain cereals. Number 5. Refined carbohydrates. Carbs have gotten a bad reputation. The truth is that not all carbohydrates are bad for you. Ancient humans ate high-fiber, unprocessed carbohydrates for millennia in the form of roots, grasses, and fruits. However, eating refined carbohydrates may contribute to inflammation. Refined carbohydrates have had most of their fiber removed. Fiber improves blood sugar control, keeps you fuller for longer, and feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. According to researchers, the refined carbohydrates in the modern diet may promote the growth of inflammatory gut bacteria that can increase your risk of inflammatory bowel disease and obesity. Refined carbohydrates are found in white bread, pasta, pastries, some cereals, cakes, cookies, sugary soft drinks, and all processed foods that contain added sugar. Number 4. Processed meat. Consuming processed meat is associated with an increased risk of diabetes, heart disease, and stomach and colon cancer. Common types of processed meat include bacon, sausage, smoked meat, and beef jerky. More advanced glycation end products are found in processed meat than in most other meats. Advanced glycation end products are formed when meats and other foods are cooked at high temperatures. They are known to cause inflammation. Although several factors play a role in colon cancer, one mechanism is thought to be the inflammatory response of colon cells to processed meat. Number 3. Alcohol. CRP is an inflammatory marker that rises to extremely high levels in those who drink too much alcohol. People who consume large amounts of alcohol may experience issues with bacterial toxins migrating out of the colon and into the body. This disorder, often known as leaky gut, can cause widespread inflammation and organ damage. Over time, chronic inflammation increases the risk of tumor growth and causes cancer at the sites of repeated irritation. Number 2. Gluten. Millions of people around the world are sensitive to gluten, the proteins found in grains such as rye, barley, and wheat. Gluten has been shown to cause inflammation in the small intestine, and studies suggest it may also impact other organs and tissues, including the joints. Many people suffering from inflammation and joint pain have found that being gluten-free has helped them feel better. When reading the labels, make sure the gluten-free product doesn't include any unnecessary additives, such as potato starch or a lot of sugar. Make your own breads and muffins at home, if possible. Number 1. Vegetable and seed oil. Some researchers believe that certain vegetable oils, such as soybean oil, promote inflammation due to their high omega-6 fatty acid content. Although certain omega-6 fatty acids are required, the typical Western diet provides far more than people need. To increase your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio and gain the anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3 fatty acids, health professionals recommend consuming more omega-3 rich foods, such as fatty fish. In one study, rats fed a diet with an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 20:1 showed much greater levels of inflammatory markers than those fed diets with ratios of 1:1 or 5:1. However, there is currently insufficient evidence that high consumption of omega-6 fatty acids causes inflammation in people. Inflammation can be triggered by a variety of factors, some of which are difficult to avoid, such as pollution, sickness, or injury. However, you do have a lot more control over things like your food. To stay as healthy as possible, reduce inflammation by limiting your intake of foods that cause it, and eating anti-inflammatory foods. And as always, thanks for watching.